Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Yassine, and I was editing this video right here for the DIY Chrome delete of the Tesla Model 3 when I realized my file got corrupt, my audio was all messed up, but I still had the footage and I still wanted to get this out to you guys. So I decided to just do a voiceover and show you guys the footage as I'm telling you exactly what's happening. So let's start off with the material. And I went ahead and got everything from Amazon. And here's the list. First, you're going to need the vinyl wrap. And I went ahead and got black vinyl wrap, satin finish. It is 5 feet by 1 foot, and I believe I got 8 of them. Each one cost about $14, and altogether it was $83. I'll leave a link in the description down below for everything that I got. And then I went ahead and bought something called a knifeless cutting tape, and this is actually the most crucial, the most important part of this whole process, and you're gonna see why soon. That was about $23. And then I bought a precision knife. Now you don't have to buy a precision knife if you have one laying around, but that was about $8. And then a little yellow squeegee that I didn't purchase because I already had it at home from doing other vinyl wraps. So altogether, I believe it was a little over $100. But like I said, I'll leave it linked down below in the description. So here's the steps that you need to take in order to get this whole thing going. First, you want to clean the chrome parts. I just used some alcohol wipes to clean it up and to make sure I didn't have any fingerprints or any smudges on it. And then after you clean that, this is when you take the knifeless tape. And this tape consists of a yellow string with a green tape around it. And you want to put it on the bottom of the chrome part and also on the top of the chrome part. But you want to take your time with this and be as precise as possible, because whether you lay this properly or not is what is going to determine how much work you do afterwards when you are applying the vinyl. So take your time, and if you mess it up, peel it off and reapply it. Make sure that you apply it in the correct position so that you don't have too much vinyl afterwards or too little vinyl afterwards, and you'll see by what I mean by that later on in the video. The second thing you want to do after that is you want to take your vinyl and you want to just dry fit it on the chrome part, and you want to cut for it. Now I took the 5 foot by 1 foot and I put it right on it, and then I made the cut. And if I had somebody else to help me out, then they could help the other side and we could have made better cuts, but I just went ahead and cut it with the X-Acto knife. And then I also cut it down the middle to 6-inch sections instead of the whole foot, the width of it, and that way I was able to use 2 of them for the two doors. After this, when you get it cut, you want to peel the vinyl from the back and you want to start applying one side of it so that it sticks. Now when it's stuck, then peel the rest of the backing off, make sure it's straight, pull it as if you have to pull it, and then you just apply it to the rest of it. Now there's going to be access on the top and the bottom, but don't worry about it. And then I just took my finger or my thumb and I ran it along the whole chrome part to make sure that it's stuck. And once you get that stuck, you want to just strain it out, run both your finger and your thumb along to make sure that there's no air bubbles, because this is the time that you need to get all the air bubbles out to make sure that it's perfect right on the chrome. And then here comes the tricky part. So this next step, what you need to do is make a little incision at the end where you're going to want that knifeless tape to be pulled from. And once you do that, then it's going to be easy for you to pull through it and make the cut through the vinyl. But before you do make the cut through the vinyl, you want to separate the yellow string from the green tape, and that way you're only pulling the yellow string. Here I had a little bit of hard time and I made a couple of cuts and I had to go back and forth a few times, but eventually I got the yellow string free and I got it to start cutting. And once you do that, you want to put the green tape back down and put the vinyl back down. Take that yellow string and just pull it all the way straight, and you want to pull it in a semi-consistent speed. Don't go too slow, because then it's gonna try to pull and tug on the vinyl, and you don't want to do that because that's just going to create more problems. Once that's done, then the bottom portion of the vinyl can be peeled off, and then don't forget to also peel off the green tape, the portion that's left under the other part of the vinyl that's going to actually stick onto the chrome part. And once you do that, then this bottom portion is perfectly done. And if you took your time and lined up that knifeless tape, then you should have just enough access to tuck under the chrome. And this is the part where I went ahead and took my squeegee and I just tucked it in and went along, took my time. And sometimes I just use my fingers or my thumb, and it was really easy to do this because I tried to make sure that I set up the knifeless tape perfect so that I can just have an easier time later on when I'm tucking in. And then if there is a little bit of access, that's where you take the X-Acto knife and you go ahead and cut that little excess vinyl off. Depending on how much time you take to apply the knifeless tape, or you just take in terms of prepping the area before you put the vinyl, that can vary how long it'll take you to do the rest of this. And then you just follow the steps. You do the same thing on the top, and once you do that, then you just move on to the second part, or the second door, which I did the doors first, and then I went ahead and I did the top curve. Now the top curve is really long, and my vinyl wasn't going to fit the whole way from the front to the back, so what I did is I created my own seam in one section. To create the seam, I put a knifeless tape vertically so that I had one meet on one side and the other one meet on the other side, and then I just peeled that knifeless tape, and then that created a perfect cut. So that's what I did. I hope you guys enjoyed this video helpful, and if you guys have any questions about this whole process, let me know in the comment section down below. And it's not perfect, or it didn't come out as how a professional vinyl wrapping, chrome deleting company that has tons of experience would be doing it, but I like the way it came out and I'm happy with the results. Now if you want to see more pictures, make sure you check out my Instagram because I'll be putting up pictures about this. And the most important thing that I would want to tell you guys is make sure you take your time with the knifeless tape, and definitely get a knifeless tape. Don't try to do this without getting the knifeless tape because it really makes that much of a difference. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If it's your first time here to my channel, definitely consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, stay plugged.